And hi, everybody. Hi. Look who I've got with me now. It's Akela. Hi, Akela. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Scott. Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime.
Mhm.
Yeah, and literally, I might send you an email in the middle of the night. She knows it can happen. So don't have your email where it can ding you in the middle of the night because
Yeah.
that'll just be me. You can
Oh,
wait till morning. If you're watching on replay, please hit the like and subscribe on both channels. Akela is simulcasting, so please, if you're in my chat, please go over to Akela's and hit the subscribe button and the like button. So make sure you're subscribed to her. She's an awesome reader. So please
thank,
do that.
thank you, Scott. And I'm sure that most who are on my chat is subscribed to you. But if you are not, hop on over to Scott's and give Scott a subscribe and a thumbs up as well. He's a fantastic reader as well.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see who we got with us. First off is Gary for Grace. Hi, Gary. I've got your question. We've got Jackie Jacaranda and Carolyn, Loving Life. Hi, Carolyn. And Venus. Hey, Venus. Welcome. And Kristen's here. Hey, Kristen.
Hey.
Still scrolling. Morella.
Hey,
Hi,
Mara.
Morella. I'm feeling like I'm scrolling too fast. I'm going to miss somebody.
Well, if you do, hello to everyone.
Yes, hello to everyone. There's a lot of chat, so I'm just sifting through that, but I'm glad you guys are here to chat. Gretchen, hello there. Just making sure I'm not missing any questions. Venus wants you know if you have any mods over there on
I
your
am going
channel.
to check right now on my phone, Venus.
Okay,
Thank
she
you.
said she would go over there if you don't have any.
Okay.
And Bibiani is here.
Hey, Viviani.
And Luna. Hey, Luna. Kristen just subscribed to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Luna, we're just getting started. You're good. Mary Clem is here. Hey, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Luna, I've got your question. Mary Clem, I've got your question. All right, and that's where we're at. So this is a great question to get your, or great question. This is a great time to get in your question, squirrel, and put it in caps and emojis, please, and make sure you're looking at the banner if you haven't been here. So make sure that you're not asking any questions that we cannot answer, but we will do our best to answer them all as long as they don't, go against the policies here. For lack of a better word. All right. So thank you all for being here. And Akela, are you ready?
Let's get going.
All right. Hi, Lori. Welcome. Yes, and Viviani is my next live. I will be with her at 7. So
If
I'm
you don't
looking
get your
forward to that too. I'm sorry, go ahead.
and if you don't get your question answered, you can come back with Scott and Viviani
Yes.
and manifest it. While you're in the chat, if you have a burning question, well, wrong word, but if you have a question that's like really on you, on your mind, manifest it. Say, my question is going to be answered. My question is going to be answered, and you never know, it might get answered.
Yeah, very true.
Mhm.
Luna, subscribe to you too. Thank you,
Thank
Luna.
you. Thank you.
All right, well, we can get started with what we have and we'll go from there.
Mhm.
And the questions I have are Gary, Luna, and Mary Clem. So if you put your question in there and I didn't say your name, I didn't get it. So you'll need to repost, please. Marby's here. Hi, Marby.
Marby.
Wrong one. Okay. So let's see if Gary's here. Gary, are you here still? He put his question in a little bit early. Lori, I've got your question. There he is. Hey, Gary. Okay. Before we start, Akela, Gary has a message for you.
Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you. You're welcome.
It's a great confirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's there
Hi,
for you.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying he's there for Gary, you know.
Yeah. Welcome, Soul Chef and Antonia. Welcome. All right. So, Gary, let me get your question back up here. We're starting you out with the 10 of Swords. So, message from your spirits is what I'm getting. The good thing about this card, it does mean ruin. That's not the good part. The good part is there's light shining on her, and there is a new dawn, a new day happening. And this is just all in her mind. Swords are illusions. So if you think you've been ruined or it's the end, it's not. There's a new dawn, a new day coming for you. The 10 of Swords, which is what this is, wraps around to the Ace of Swords, which is clarity and a new opportunity. So you're at the end of a bad cycle. Okay. And even if you didn't know it. So then you've got, with your new cycle, you've got the 6 of Wands, and this is the victory card. So just know that you got, good things coming to you. The only thing that's required with this card, not required, but recommended, is gratitude. Because when you have gratitude, Gary, you bring in even more abundance. And then I got the death card for you. This is not a literal death, of course. This is a change, transformation, transition. So you are going through a change. I'm not going to lie to you. The death card can be a little bumpy, okay, because it is the death card. But you still are going to be transforming. You're going to be getting some changes coming in. And Akela's got a change card, I think.
Yeah, the death
card. Oh, wow. So, yeah, pay special attention to this then, Gary, because you got a big, huge change, a double change coming in with these double death cards. And then the next card I got for you is that ugly P word, patience. So just make sure you're having patience with yourself and with others. And then I've got it for you. Look at this. Your spirit animal wants to talk to you. Now, this doesn't mean it has to be a white lion, but it could be. But it says you are connected to a powerful spiritual companion who will guide you on your journey. Your spirit animal is a reflection of your soul. And I think in this one, they're talking about your totem animal, and your totem animal is the one that stays with you for life. So it's the one that you originally came in with, and you've just been fond of it since you were a kid. You resonate with it, and so it's that animal. It's the first one that you think of. So you've got a beautiful spirit guide fortress around you, and you've got a companion there by your side. So that's the messages I have for you. And here is Akela.
Huh. Okay, Gary, I had to look something up because as I was, and I'll tell you what it means. Okay. So I was telling Scott earlier I got this new tarot deck and I'm trying to dabble in tarot. So I'm using a deck because it gives a lot of information. And the first card I got for you was love. And this is the lover's card, Gary. And it says this connection is a this connection is a catalyst for healing, self-discovery, and spiritual evolution. But before I pulled this card, I felt a bit emotional. And I thought maybe it's because of the message that you had put up, Scott. But then it's like, no. I felt, and I don't know what it is you're okay, I didn't know what it is you were dealing with, but as I am talking about it now, the emotional feeling that I'm getting is because maybe on your end, you're starting to see a shift. Maybe, yeah, it feels like there's a shift. Things are changing. Maybe in your, and I'm just going to throw this out. I could be wrong. Maybe it's on your spiritual growth. Um, Things that you weren't seeing working out, or you're seeing I guess the fruits of your labor. It's not 100% yet, but you're starting to notice little things. But with this love card, even though it's the lovers, what I feel is that spirit is asking you to, make sure and connect, love yourself, reconnect with yourself, going within, right? The next card I got is because it's a justice card. And it goes back to what I was feeling in the something that's emotional. There is something there that while I may feel it's spiritual, there's something that you're hoping to pan out in a specific way. But spirit is saying that you will get justice for whatever that is. And the justice card says, trust in the order of truth and consequences. Balance and fairness will soon be restored. So don't worry if this situation of the emotion that I was feeling is not spiritual, but it's something else, like maybe between you and somebody else. Know that justice is coming, balance. And I heard as Scott was talking, spirit says when I pulled this card, things will be okay. Yes, you got the death card. This is from the soul's journey, but this is not a literal death. It's transformation, it's growth. Maybe you're starting to look at things a little differently, right? So when we shift our perspective on how we approach or look at situations, we get different outcomes. It may not be a hey, yes, but we are no longer annoyed, frustrated. Even if you're for a minute, you're aware and you shift the way the situation is going. So the death card says, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. The last thing I heard in my head, and I had to put it up on my phone because I was like, what does that mean? I heard Shiv Shakti. And I was like, Shiv Shakti. Now I know Shiv Shakti is has to do with the with Hindus. So I had to look it up. And Shiv Shakti represents the fundamental union of pure consciousness. Shiva and dynamic cosmic energy Shakti in Hindu philosophy. Together they symbolize the balance of the masculine and feminine forces that create, sustain, and transform the universe. And it's interesting because now, as I was reading, I saw back a part of your message, and you said that Shiva and his wife popped in. And if you think that's the balance of the masculine and the feminine. So, whatever Shiv Shakti means for you, um, um, Gary, just know that whatever the situation is working out. Okay, because at the beginning you got the love card, the lovers. On this card it's a male and female, right? balancing. And I felt it meant balancing your energy, reconnecting with yourself. Maybe it's even reconnecting with your masculine and feminine, knowing that one isn't greater than the other, one isn't better than the other, right? You have to find that balance, because as the end, you got the message of Shiv Shakti. And I hope that message, I know it sounded like I was rambling on, but things will be okay. And again, Shiv Shakti, right?
I thought that was a beautiful message, Akela.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, definitely. So we had a bunch of people come in. So I just want to say hi real quick to Garnet. Hi, Garnet. And Polly is here. Hey, Polly, I've got your question. Kelly McCall is here. Venus is here.
Hey, Venus.
Jackie B is here. And Gretchen is here. And Gretchen, I've got your question. All right. So we're going to move on to Luna. And if you could just let me know you're here when I put your question up, that you're ready. What's coming next for my DM and I? What is DM? Is that the name of someone you're in a relationship with, maybe? Hey, Moonstars. Thank you for your donation. Divine Masculine, our spiritual journey.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay. You're currently in separation. Okay. I think some things need to work out, but I think that if you want it to work out, Luna, that it can work out because of the cards I got. So you got the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles is charity, generosity, and also receiving. So you want to look at the scale she has, okay? Make sure that your relationship is balanced. If it's not, y'all need to have a talk and make sure that you're giving as much as you're receiving, and it's 100, right? 100% from you, 100% from them, and that you're both on the same page. So that's just really important. But then I got the 10 of Pentacles. You're currently in separation, right? Okay. And the 10 of Pentacles, you got the 10 of Pentacles?
Yeah.
Very interesting. So you got double 10 of Pentacles. For me, this is that you can have a happy family with this person, I believe. You've got to work for it, though, and they'll have to work for it as well. These Pentacles just didn't grow by themselves. They had to be worked for. So just keep that in mind, but this is happiness. And then you got the Fool card. And the Fool card is about an opportunity coming in and taking that opportunity. So this could be someone new coming in, or this might be you just taking off with your DM, your Divine Masculine, taking off with him, and experiencing a new journey, starting over. Okay, because this can be about starting over. So I really think it's your choice. I'm thinking you're in the driver's seat more than the DM is, to be honest. Okay, so you did get on the wrong track. So you can look at this again two different ways. You're on the wrong track with the person, with the DM, or you're on the wrong track with the separation. So let's see what other cards we get to see if we can distinguish between those two. You got Desert Dreams. I feel like you're kind of, what is coming to me first, and that's what I always go with, is that you are kind of living in a desert right now, and you have been while you were still together. That's why you separated, because you're just not getting back what you need to get back in order to sustain yourself and to be, in a healthy relationship. So I'm going to say, Luna, that it's probably best to, and you have the free will to do what you want, but I got On the Wrong Track and Desert Dreams. I just don't think this is the right person for you, unfortunately. But you can definitely be single, find your true love within yourself, and then someone else, I believe, will come in and you will have that happy family. So that's what I got for you, Luna. Thank you for letting me read for you.
Okay. Let me see this card. Okay, Luna. So the first card I got for you, like Scott, I got the 10 of Pentacles, and I got it upside down, which is instability, right? And it says family feud, and it talks about family feud and debt. And one of the things I saw when I first went in is sometimes, you see two snakes together, whatever, and then they're intertwined, and it's like a struggle trying to get untwined. That's how I saw the snakes, or ropes, or whatever it was that popped into my head. But even though there's this instability, and you may be aware, Spirit is reminding you, because next you got the High Priestess, which is intuition, right? And it's asking you, Upright talks about higher power, sixth sense, mystery. And it says, trust your inner voice and gut feelings. The answers you seek can be found within. So you know what it is. Because why? When you trust your intuition, you got the 9 of Cups, which is rewards, right? And that reward, I asked for a clarifier. So, okay, like, what is the reward? And I got health, right? And it says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And it doesn't necessarily mean that anything is like you have health issues. I don't know. But it could be when you're in a stressful situation, that takes a toll on your health, your mentals, and then when all that is off balance, then it starts to affect other areas of your life, of your body and your life too, right? So I asked for one more card for you. And no matter how this goes or whatever, Spirit is reminding you about forgiveness, right? And it says, I acknowledge that harboring resentments blocks the flow of love. So, you said you're going through a separation. If it continues that way, don't, they just said, don't hold yourself in this space of what did I do wrong? What could I have done better? Maybe if I had done, let all of that go. Forgive yourself. Don't hold on to it, right? Because holding on to that, it again interferes with your health. So forgive yourself and anyone else who may be involved for whatever you may feel was wrong on either part, and just move on, okay? Because rewards are coming for you. But as Scott said, it is your decision, your choice, and you know what's best for you and your current situation. But Spirit is asking you to trust yourself. And I like the health card, the reward that's coming for you. And that's what I have for you, Luna. I hope it helps.
All right. Thank you, Luna. All right. I want to say hi to Jasmine. Hello. Welcome. And next up, Moon Stars. I have your donation. Thank you so much for that. But I don't have a question from you. So can you repost your question, please? And we'll take a little commercial break. Yeah, get the cricks out of our neck.
Right. I don't know if this is Luna's energy, but all of a sudden I started to feel a pain down my neck and into
Mine
my
is too.
shoulder. Yeah.
Mine is too. That's why I did it after you. I'm like, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So that is, the stress of, worrying. Things will be okay,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what the outcome is, things will be okay. You got the high priestess.
Yeah, why worry about the past? Because it's already happened and you can't change it. So don't worry. Okay, let's give Moon Stars another moment. Get your question in there for me, please.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, be happy. Yes, that's a terrible earworm, but thank you, Marilla. An earworm is something that gets in there and just plays over and over and over again, some kind of song, and it won't stop.
Exactly.
You're not Haitian, are you? You're Jamaican?
No, I'm from Trinidad.
Trinidad, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. We're all one, So.
Yes, we are all one. Absolutely.
Trinidad and Tobago.
I have heard that's a beautiful, beautiful place.
Yes.
So. Yeah. All right, Moon Stars, you want to know about getting students loan forbearance?
Okay. Let's start communicating.
Oh, that's okay. We can read through the spelling mistakes. No worries, Moon. Hey, the Mystic. Welcome back.
Hi.
So the first card I got for you, Moon Stars, is, they say, they have said I owe $612 a month. I cannot afford that, and I forbearance.
Okay.
I believe forbearance is when you have it put off for a while, right?
I think that's deferred. It's the forbearance. I'm going to look it up because my brain isn't functioning right. But I thought forbearance. Oh, yeah. They temporarily pause, reduce, or stop making payments. Okay. I thought it was the latter, but it's a combination of all. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Put a hold on it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, you got the Ace of Cups, so this is in your favor. This is a new opportunity coming for you to perhaps make money, because look what's in this dove's mouth. It looks like a coin to me. So even though this is cups, you've got a coin in there. So that's making me think that it's gonna be okay. It's gonna go into forbearance, I think, and be all right. You got the Queen of Swords. So just make sure that you're being independent, that you're, standing up for what you believe in, and you only can do what you can do, right? And then you got the Five of Cups. So don't look at things negatively. Instead, look at them positively. And so look at the cans that are still upright and not the ones that are spilt over. Then you got the Temperance card. Got two majors here, the Temperance card and then the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel with these two cards that you've got good things coming in. I feel like the Temperance card is going to bring peace and harmony, and the Wheel of Fortune is going to bring a change coming in. And there could be a change here as well, because it's emotional balance. And sometimes you have to change to get that peace and harmony. And it's patience as well. But you got a change coming in to help you with that. The next card I got for you is Knowledge and Will. Okay, so just having your own willpower and doing whatever you can to do the best that you can. If you can't pay the $600 a month, then, you know, ask someone to help work with you. There's got to be a plan. There's got to be a plan for people who are in your situation. So have that knowledge. And then I'm going to get a card from my money deck for you, Moon Stars. And I got Prudence. Don't let the balance of your credit cards get too high. Put something aside for a rainy day. Stay within budget and start living within your means. So I just think this is reaffirming what you have said. You can't, you know, afford it. So you can only do what you can afford. And so talk to someone about it. And you also got the happy magic for pets. Animals are my friends. I'm kind and loving to them. So just a little hint here for Spirit that a pet would probably make you really happy right now. I don't know if you have any, but try to look on the light side of things and not let this bring you down. Okay. Try to stay in the positive as much as possible. I know it's hard. Every time ever since I got my master's, everything wrong, but I felt a peace, even though they said $600. Okay. Yeah. Just feel, yeah. There's definitely peace in these cards. There's a change coming that's going to bring, I think, something good for you. So just don't give up. Keep going. And that's what I got for you, Moon Stars. Get Akela here.
Very Hi, Moonstar. How are you? Interested in that last comment you put up. Okay, so my pendulum said yes, right? That you will get it. However, what I felt is that there was a person, just an energy. I felt that it was an energy that wasn't in the best of, didn't have the best of your interest at heart. So I kind of like put that to the side a little bit, and I shuffled my cards because I want to see what the cards said. And like Scott, I got the balance card, right? It's the balancing. And I know right now it may be a little tough trying to juggle because, you know, $600 is a lot to put out when you have other things going on. And then I'll come back to that. The next card I got was the Devil, and the balance is 10 of Pentacles, right? And upright, it talks about prioritization, time management, until you get that forbearance. And I know it may be a little tough, but try to you know, do a little bit of balancing of the things that you have going on. You know, if on one you can pay a smaller amount, make sure you pay the minimum so that there's no fees being assessed, because those fees add up. And on the student loan for right now, if you can, you know, make the whatever it is, that's a way of balancing out, paying the minimums here, but making sure you get this taken care of, right? And just a little side note, jobs don't look at student loans. Okay, just so you know. The next card I got was the Devil. And I thought this was very interesting because when I looked at this card and it says bondage, right? It took me back to the feeling I got in the beginning of the person who may be looking at your paperwork and may have just shoved it off to the side or whatever. So you make sure you stay on top of them. But then this can also be how you are feeling. You are feeling bonded, you're tired, you can't get out. There's always a way out, right? Don't let this energy or the energy of that person who does have your paperwork keep you confined. When you think about this debt, say, I see this being forbid. This debt is in forbearance. So manifest, speak it into existence. Even if it's not right now, you speak it into existence, bring it to you. Then I got the integrity card. And this is the King of Swords. It says, set the standard through calm, principle, leadership, and sound judgment. This kind of goes back to the balance card, right? Because you're balancing, prioritizing the things you have, and you're bringing in the calm that I mentioned a few seconds ago, where you're not stressing about it because it's going to be there. We do know that student loans are astronomically high. There are people who paid hundreds of thousands of dollars after they come out of school. But don't let that keep you trapped in this space. Pay what you can, right? And if you can pay the six something and then you just pay the minimum in other places, do that, because that is where the integrity comes in. Okay. Now, you put the comment every time, since you got your master's, everything went wrong. And this is the card that I got. Right before Scott read it, I got the envy card. And I was like, envy. This is interesting. It says, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Right? I don't know if there is, you've gotten your master's degree, and that's a huge accomplishment. Maybe there's somebody in your circle who is not necessarily realizing, they're not probably conscious that, that that energy is being put forward towards you, and it's keeping you, because you're with that person, it's probably keeping you in this space. But what you can say is, I would say what's on the card. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So there's no need for anyone to envy me. And put up, I don't know who or what, but put up protective shields around you with your friends, because maybe even family members. And again, it might not be a conscious envy. It could just be that, oh man, I wish I was like Moonstar and got my master's degree. Or why, man, why wasn't I as smart as Moonstar to keep pushing to get my master's degree? Just these little statements that people make around us can shift the energy. So put up a protective shield, make this statement. I would keep communicating with the office who's handling your forbearance, because you don't want it just to be pushed to the side. But in the end, you will get the forbearance. All right, Moonstar. Don't know when it'll be finalized, but stay on top of them so that your paperwork just doesn't get lost in the shuffle of everything else.
All right. Thank you, Akela.
Yep.
Thank you, Moonstars. All right. I'm going to go now to Yashi, since Yashi is brand new here. Welcome, Yashi.
Yashi.
And we will, they want to know, when will my finances improve?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to repeat your question. We got you, Yashi, okay? Give me just a moment. Yashi, the first thing that I got is to have emotional control. You got the King of Cups. And I actually felt this from your presence as well. I think that if you can have some emotional control, that you will know how to improve your finances, and it'll happen soon. Okay. So I think it's going to happen soon. Just rely on your emotional stability and equanimity, knowing that whatever happens today, I am fine with that. Hey, that's putting your confidence in spirit that things are going to get better. Okay, then you got the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups is about prosperity, happiness, joy. It's having a happy family or community or friends. So I feel like you are on the right track here. Okay, so you may get some help from someone else, and that's okay if you do. You might want to do a little bit of rest as well, and not get so bent out of shape is what I'm hearing. This really got you, feeling down. So I don't have a timetable right now. Let me look into the cards a little bit more. I think this happy family is a key, and the King of Cups is a key. So I'll say within 1 to 2 months, Yashi, I think it's going to get better. I'm going to get you a finance card. And your finance card says next level, be a boss. And it says you're either about to take your finances to the next level, or it's time that you do. Yes. There's a chance of something extra in the air. So this is like pretty immediate. Like I said, within 1 to 2 months. And then I've got for you the Inner Beauty card. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself, self-care, self-love, and then things will kind of fall in line. So make sure you're, doing all the things you need to, though, by balancing your budget, not overspending, just good things like that. And I think it will get better. So that's what I got for you, Yashi.
I want to try one. Let me try one more card because I have a message for Yashi. Let me just get one more card.
I just want to say hi to Sun Psychic Jean.
Hey. Oh, okay. High vibrational beings of love and light. What guidance do we have for Yashi on improving their financial situation? This is the message for Yashi. Wow. Yashi. I asked my question a little differently, right? Because you asked, when will it improve? And, Spirit has always, Scott, of showing us situations that we've been through, and that kind of like blends with the meshes with the questions asked. So they showed me kind of like a little thing of my life. And so I said, oh, okay. So I went to my pendulum and I asked, will Yashi's financial situation improve by, what is this? I said by August. I got a no. I asked by December, and I got a yes by December. Then I heard, be grateful for what you already have. So gratitude is a huge way. When you show gratitude for everything, even if, it's just you get your check today and you pay all your bills and all you have left in your pocket after you've done your needs. Now, okay, needs are taken care of. Now, all you have left in your pocket is $20. Be grateful for that $20, right? Because you can take that $20 and maybe go to the here we have like all these and Lidl and the Dollar Tree, and you can buy a bag of rice, you can buy some beans, for what, $3 and maybe something else so that you have food to eat. So show gratitude for at least having that $20 that's left over. Okay. So then my question that I asked Spirit was, what guidance can we give Yashi so that Yashi can help improve their financial situation, right? Because, we all want, even I want this magic ball where I can just say, poof, my finances are taken, I am great, right? But that's kind of not how it works. So the first card I got for you, interestingly, and two cards came up, but I felt like they're more focused on this. It says judgment. It's a judgment card, right? It is time to take responsibility. And what is interesting, the card behind it is responsibilities. It is time to take responsibility for past actions and recognize how they've shaped your present. We're humans. I used to love to shop. I used to shop till I drop and then get myself in a heaping mess, right? And then always wonder, oh my gosh, well, God, when is it going to change? When is it going to change? But until I took accountability for my actions, my role in my situation, and then I was able to find ways to solve my situation and reshape how I'm going forward. Now, knowing that, I don't hold on and hoard the little that I have because it's energy and it needs to go in and come out, but I make wiser decisions, right? So that's the judgment card. And it talks about your responsibilities in where you are today. So take accountability for that first, right? And I got the instability card, which is which card is this? This is the 10 of Pentacles. And this financial situation could be causing a little bit of tension or, instability within your home, because it says here, financial instability or breakdown in tradition may be contributing to family tension. So when I got this, it went back to this. And, if you are married and this is happening, I don't know. I'm just saying what the cards are telling me. Have that conversation with whomever, your partner, your spouse, whatever, and be like, okay, here's where we messed up. Okay, we know this, but what are we going to do going forward? Let's create a budget. Let's fix this because we can. It's not going to be fixed overnight, but slowly, baby steps, right? And the last card I got for you, which is, I got a repeat, is forgiveness. Don't hold grudges towards yourself or towards other parties in the household to say, well, you did this. If you didn't go and buy that Lamborghini, we wouldn't be where we are. We could afford, because now the Lamborghini, the car insurance is astronomical, right? It's already done. It's okay. Let it go. What are we going to do moving forward? So to me, this message is saying, Spirit is asking you to be grateful for what you already have. Take accountability for where you are, whether it's one party, two parties, and let go of any tensions that may be harboring within the home between parties about who caused and who didn't cause, right? Because now you are collaborating with Spirit by doing these things. You're collaborating with your team to get you to where you need to be. Oh, wow. Yeah, let go of that. Because if you hold on to those grudges and you are not allowing the energy to come in and work with you. And it wants to come in because they're telling me by December. Now, it depends on you, how you want to shift this, so that, you can start to see progress a little faster. But that's the message I have for you, Yashi, and all the best. And listen, we've all been there, dissatisfied in where we are. I've been there, but know that your team is willing to work with you. They want to work with you to guide you to where you need to be. I got when I asked my pendulum, and I can ask it again on camera, I got it by December. I got by December I asked specifically December of 2026. And I got that it'll start to improve. Now, it's not, the whole thing isn't going to shift, but you'll start to see subtle changes, right? Baby steps to get you to where you need to be. All right? You're welcome, Yashi.
And that makes sense, Yashi, with what I was saying as well. When I said 1 to 2 months, that's when I start seeing things improve. So it's going to be baby steps, just like Akela said. So we were both actually right. So yeah, I think that's the way it's going to be. But thank you for being here and for the first time. Appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to Akela and hang around, come back, or both. All right. I'd send you a private chat, Akela.
Okay.
And next up is going to be Gretchen.
Okay.
Is Gretchen here? Thank you, Akela.
You're welcome.
Gretchen Burton. No?
I don't see her yet.
Okay.
Oh, yes, she is.
Oh, okay. People lag on my channel. I don't know what causes it.
It's,
it's a lot on mine, and I don't have ads.
It's YouTube. All you can do, you could just do one little thing, and then you look and you're no longer live. So you have to keep tapping, like ever so often tapping the little button to say that you are live. I have to keep doing it when I'm watching people's shows. And I was like, what? I didn't do anything. So I have to keep hitting it.
Yeah. That makes sense. All right. If possible, could you check to see if vandalism will continue through the selling process? Okay, so Gretchen is getting ready to sell her home because it's been vandalized several times. So just know from previous chats. So now she wants to know if the vandalism is going to continue. I don't think so, Gretchen. I think you're good for this. Hi, Linda. I think you're good for this, Gretchen. You got the 8 of Wands, and this is energy coming in fast. So I think that the selling process, like I read for you last time, is going to be a fast one. I think it's going to sell pretty fast. I don't know exactly, what time frame right now, but I think it's going to be fast. You did get the 5 of Cups. I believe this means that you're sad where you are. You're not happy because there's been so much vandalism, and you need to get out. And then you got the 6 of Wands, which is the victory card. So you are headed in the right direction, I think, by doing this, again, for entertainment purposes only. But the 6 of Wands is about victory. So I think it's going to work out. Yeah, you're going to have freedom soon coming in. Swan for beauty and peace. And then I got you the wishing boat. I look forward to new challenges. So just know that your challenges are really there to help you grow and help you learn. But if you can just start over, I think that would be a good thing for you. Vandalism has happened for over 20 years. Gosh. Yeah, that's no good. So I think you're on the right track by going ahead and selling and trying to sell. And yeah, just manifest that this thing gets sold quickly so that you can move out. Okay. So that's what I got for you.
Okay. So Gretchen, I went to my pendulum and my pendulum said no. the vandalism will not continue throughout the selling process. And I kept feeling like this was just a bunch of mischievous kids. Um, and when I say kids, the energy feels like they might have been, and they're not kids actually. That's kind of like adults, because it feels like some 20-year-olds. I could be wrong, but That's what the energy feels like. Maybe they could be older, but that's just the energy. So I asked, I then asked, because I could feel your worry, and I asked Spirit, I said, can Gretchen breathe a sigh of relief now that her home is on the market, is up for sale? And my pendulum started to swing like real heavy. Like, yes. And it said, yes, you can breathe a sigh of relief. What I just heard in my head is that you can ask out loud, speak it out loud, ask Archangel Michael to surround the home and protect it for you. Because I see you just put there, it'll stop for a while and then start again. So you can invite Archangel Michael in and ask him, while the house is up for sale, please protect it. Put a protective barrier around it, and you'll be amazed. If you've never tried that before, you'll be amazed at what he can do. And that's what I got for you, Gretchen. But it really feels like it's just some kids in their 20s. And these, again, I'm saying kids, but the energy feels kid-like, just being mischievous. I don't know why. And for so long, I was trying to see if I can get a feel for that. Were you the original owner of the home, Gretchen? This is, and they want the property so they can put a new. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So it may be that, okay. Yeah, ask Archangel Michael and say it out loud. Like before you go to bed, her mother owned it. Okay. Before you go to bed, or as you're laying in bed, and I say your prayers or whatever you may say before you go to bed, you just ask Archangel Michael to surround the home and protect it, keep it safe from vandalism. Okay. And you can ask him to stay there, have his energy there until the home is sold. And oh wow. Okay. All right, Gretchen. Wow. It happened to your parents too. That's crazy.
It is. Yeah.
Just let me pull one card. High vibrational beings of love and light. What guidance, additional guidance can we give Gretchen via the tarot cards? What additional guidance can we give Gretchen via the tarot cards? Is this a message for Gretchen? And if it is, top or bottom of the deck, Spirit. The card I got is the King of Pentacles. And Scott, you know way more than tarot than I do. And upright, it talks about father, boss, entrepreneur, provider. And it says, upright is enterprise. This master of material success makes wise investments. He turns plans into profit. Is your father on the other side? Because when I look at this card, things are going to work out for you with selling this home. Some things, yeah. And I know you said you found a good realtor. So I think you have help in who you're finding for this investment. Well, you're selling the home, and maybe going to buy another one, but it's still an investment, right? Because you're getting the funds. but and Scott, you can chime in because you know you are good at the cards, but you got the King of Pentacles. And that I asked what guidance they have for you. So they're making me feel like if your dad or masculine energy is on the other side, it's you're being okay, it's being worked on for you. So I think that's and I just got chilled. I just got a huge chill. And I think that's why they said that you can breathe a sigh of you can breathe a sigh of relief, you know, and not worry because the energy of worry will continue. And it's been going on for a long time, but the energy of worry is going to keep, you know what I mean? It's going to keep that situation. But just know you have help and try calling in Archangel Michael to help keep the home safe from vandalism as well. But they said no, it's not going to happen. So that's what I have for you.
All right. Thank you, Akela. And yeah, the King of Pentacles is just the hard work that you do is going to pay off, you know, and he manifests, of course, you know, what he wants to. So manifest that, manifest a better, you know, place for you to live and that there won't be any vandalism. Live as if it is happening and then release it into the universe and set your intentions and see what happens. I think it will get better for you. You started feeling better today. That's great. I'm so glad. All right. So we got Gretchen, we got Yashi. Next up is going to be Mary Clem.
Hey, Mary.
Mary, are you here? Hey, Annie. Welcome. Mary Clem is here. All right. May I have a message from my guides and angels, please, and thanks. Hi, Linda.
Hey, Linda.
You're welcome, Gretchen. So the first card I got for you, Mary, is the Devil. But I promise it gets better after this. But this is not a scary person going to jump through your cupboards in the middle of the night. Oh, no. This is, you need to let go of something that is holding you back a little bit. Okay, so, or a lot of it. So you just need to make sure that the first thing that comes to your mind when you think, what could that devil be? What could that addiction be? Who could that be? It's the first thing that you think of. Okay, very first thing you think of. Oh, I forgot to say hi to Witchy Trista. Hey, Witchy Trista. Thank you for being here. Then you got the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is equanimity. Okay, and emotional control. So if you have emotional control, you're going to be able to handle this devil a lot better. So just speak your words out of love filtered and your actions out of love filtered. And then you got the Nine of Wands. So just be resilient, have that bounce back, and persevere through the hard times because better times are on their way. The next card that I got for you is fear. So that is probably what your devil is probably fear. And that's actually a good thing. Why would I say that? Because fear is an illusion. So you can get rid of it really easily just by going in, looking at why you're having the fear, and then changing it or releasing it based upon whether it's real or not. If it's real, then you change it to something else. Change fear to love. If it is not real, you just release it because it's not there. So you got that. And then Mary, the last card I got for you says soul sisters. I don't know if you have a sister or someone who is close to you, but this is saying that maybe someone new is coming in to be your friend, is what I'm getting. And can be like a soul sister. They can be twin flames. It doesn't matter what gender you are or they are. You can have a twin flame coming in. So just kind of look for that. And yeah, I think if you just keep going and release your fear about anything, that you're going to be good to go. And just release what does not serve you. And that's what I got for you, Mary. Thank you.
Hi, Mary. How are you? Just need to jump to this card's message real quickly. Mary, what I felt initially was I got my head started to hurt, but it felt like a worry. You're worrying about something, right? So I couldn't really get anything else because I just felt worry. And as I'm talking to you, the headache is intensifying a little bit. So I went to the higher self deck to see what your higher self wants you to know. And your higher self is asking you to find balance in the situation, right? Whatever it is, try to find a balance. And the next card you got was perseverance. And the perseverance card says it's not a long race, it is many short races after the other. And I think it's because we overthink the humanness in us, we overthink every situation, right? Yeah. But if we really go inside and ask for, I was just about to say that, remember, oh, your card, ask for guidance on whatever it is we are dealing with, we'll get the answer that we need to help us through whatever. So now this long road has just shrunken a little bit. Okay. So those are the three cards I got from your higher self. And then I went to the tarot card and I got the strength card. So whatever it is that you're dealing with, that you're worrying about, you have the strength within you. You know what it is. And the strength card says, inner resilience empowers you to remain calm and steady, even in the face of struggle. This one card is literally the whole message that I just gave you, right? So send your worries, release them to your team, ask them for guidance, ask for support, ask your higher self for the guidance on how you can work through this. As the perseverance card, it's not long races, it's short races, but again, we overthink it. So seek the help from your team. Go within, find that quiet time, and ask them, what do I need to do? I tell my guys all the time, I said, I know you can't tell me black and white, but I'm asking you for help for me to maneuver my way through the situation. Give me the guidance and I will follow you, is what I tell my guides whenever I'm dealing with a situation. And it's amazing because I still worry about things, and I feel when I do that, I feel lighter the next day. It's weird. I just feel like, oh, I feel I'm not worried anymore. I'm not stressed. I feel it feels so much differently. All right. And that's the message for you, Mary Clem.
Stuck and afraid to move. Yeah, I get that. I've been there too. You will find your way.
Yeah.
You will find your way. Just don't give up. Even if it's a little baby step, you will find your way. Okay. Whoops, wrong one. Okay. Thank you, Mary. You're very welcome. And next up is Lori. Lori, are you here? Lori the Leo. Okay, we'll move on then. We probably have time for maybe one or two more. Is that okay, Akela?
That's fine.
Okay. How about Polly? Is Polly here?
Oh, Lori's here.
Oh, Lori's here?
Is
Okay.
here. Yeah. And Polly is here. Okay.
Okay, Polly, you will be after Lori.
Yeah. Lori.
Okay, Lori, may I get a message from spirits? Okay. So, Lori, the first message I got from your spirit team is the Magician. And this is a beautiful card to get because this means that you have magic inside. And all you have to do is tap into that, and then you can go forward in the direction that you want to go forward in. This is also a great card for manifesting. So, just make sure that you are manifesting what you want, speaking it into existence, acting as if it's already here, and then releasing it so the spirit can give you exactly what you need at the right time. Again, got the Three of Crystals, which is the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is just saying that you may need some help along the way. If there's people that come in to help you on your journey, take it. Take the help. We are not supposed to be doing this journey alone. We are supposed to be doing it with other people. And there may and probably will be a time when you can give back to them and help them on their journey as well. Then you got the Five of Wands. This is chaos and conflict. So just make sure you're staying away from this and you're taking the high road up here so you're not involved. And just, getting away from it or speaking your truth out of love. The next card I got for you, Lori, is Lavender Bliss. So this tells me that you need to get some rest. This is like the Four of Swords card, the rest card. You need to rest and take a nap, maybe a long one, and just revitalize yourself. Lavender puts you to sleep a lot of times. So lavender is a beautiful thing to have. If you have a headache, get some lavender oil, rub it on your temples. Is great for that. It's also good to help you get a little bit sleepy. So that's why I'm saying I think you need some rest and meditation time. And I've got a Phoenix card for you, and you've got Awakening. So you could be having an awakening right now with all this magic coming in. So just keep this in mind. I think I'm better when I do it like this. So make sure that you are awakening your inner magic. And like I said, you can have more than one spiritual awakening in your lifetime. So if you've already had one, you could be having another one. because I see a lot of good things happening for you. You just need to restore your energy and don't get involved with others who are not of the same spiritual calibration as you. And that's what I got for you, Lori. I hope that resonates. Here's Akela.
Hey, Lori, how are you? When I went in, Lori, I heard step, step. And I thought, what does that mean for Lori? And it's like your guides are asking you to come on, take the next step. Giving you a little nudge kind of thing. And then what's interesting, as I sat here trying to get a message, all of a sudden I felt something on my tongue. And I was like, what is that? And where did that come from? Because my mouth was closed. And then Scott pulled the conflict, chaos and conflict card. And I felt in that moment with whatever was on my tongue, it was like a way of saying to you to just be mindful of maybe what you say to someone or maybe even to yourself. That's kind of like what I felt with that, because there wasn't really a whole bunch that I really felt with that. It just was very, very interesting that my tongue, and we use our tongue to speak, right? So with the whatever it was that was on my tongue, it kind of like created an obstacle, like blocking me from being able to speak, right? So, and I feel like as I'm talking to you, it's just a reminder to just be mindful of um, maybe how you say things, maybe to yourself, or you always have that one person who plucks our nerve, and we try to stay up here, but they kind of like always they bring us down, and we're like, darn it, So just be mindful of that. I did get the devil card, right? And what's interesting, I was just about to say, don't worry about anything, but then I heard in my head, no, it's just a rebirth. Even though this says bondage and it talks about the devil, it says talks about addiction, codependency, or avoidance patterns may be surfacing. Face them with honesty. That goes back to the tongue, right? If somebody comes to you and they're, whatever, and be careful of what you're saying, but speak from the heart and honestly. But it's a change. It feels more like a transformation, maybe a rebirth kind of thing, right? Maybe you're starting to see things differently. I don't know, because the next thing Spirit's got for you is excitement. And this is the Page of Wands. And it talks about you are at the start of a creative or spiritual adventure. Follow your curiosity. Why they want you to do that and they're bringing in this excitement is because you're creating a legacy. And this is the 10 of Pentacles. And we've gotten the 10 of Pentacles quite a few today, but the other way, right? So now we got it upright. And upright, it talks about wealth, inheritance, ancestry. It says a foundation of sustainable wealth is being established, supporting generations to come. And just a gentle reminder, it talks about wealth. Wealth can be anything, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be money. It could be breaking patterns. Ooh, I like that. Breaking patterns, right? Cutting off the chains of things that we were taught that we for generations and generations, and now we're here. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. So this is what is coming in for you. Your spirit wants you to know. And then I asked your higher self, well, what do you want Lori to know? And you got the nature card, right? So whenever I get the nature card, I always want to get out in nature if I can. But let's just see if you're able to. I don't know where you are, but if you are able to, you get out into nature. And it says nature itself is the best physician. So if you are trying to work through a situation, trying to get clarity on what's next for you, when you go out into nature and you just sit and block out all the noises and you just listen to the birds chirping, the bugs buzzing by, even though they get on our nerves, the sound of the trees, the leaves blowing in the wind, it brings a sort of calmness to our system that also helps with clarity. So your higher self is asking you, yes, you're here asking us for the message from them, but they are asking you. I feel like they want you to get the message for yourself from them. And that is where going into nature, you'll get that. Because there is something exciting that's coming your way. So come back and tell us, whatever that might be. Okay, Lori? And that's what I have for you.
All right. Thank you, Akela. Thank you, Lori. All right. Is Polly here? Yes. All right. Messages from my guides. Okay, so Polly, I pulled 3 tarot cards for you, and 2 of them are majors. Right, so you got some major stuff going on, and this is good majors. So you got the Strength card. So I feel like you're stepping into your power. This is to have kindness, gentleness, tenderness, patience, all those things that will make you have true strength, and not how much you can lift in a gym. It's true strength, what comes from the inner you. And then your guides are telling you to have temperance, which is peace and harmony, and ugly P word coming, patience. So make sure that you're having those things in your life as well, because that will just bring you a lot of joy and success. Then you got a new opportunity coming with the Ace of Wands. So this could be based off your creativity or your passion for something, and something just take off. But this is a new opportunity coming in with creativity and with just having the chance to do something different or something that you've never done. Sorry, I scrolled a little bit there, Polly. Squirrel. It's about that time to squirrel. So the next card I got for you is Face Your Fears. Release the power of fear. All right. So face your fears, because fear is usually an illusion anyway. Remember? So yeah, face them and then just release them. Last card I got for you is Grace. Yes, and we don't necessarily deserve grace, but grace is given to us when we ask for it. So ask for grace, and beautiful things can happen. Manifest what you want, Polly, and don't let fear get in your way of doing what you want to do. So that's short and sweet, the message I got for you. But thank you, Polly. And here's Akela.
Hey, Polly. Yeah. So, Polly, when I closed my eyes to get a message for you, I saw a line, right? A black line being lowered. And I thought, what is this line? But as I'm sitting here, I realized the line it could be your guard being lowered, or somebody's guard being lowered. So that that wall, that line is, slowly, because it was moving slow, is slowly being broken down. And I thought, okay, Sparrow, so what's the message here for Polly? And I went to the cards, and the first card I got was empathy. And it says, I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. So whatever is coming up or may be happening now, Spirit is asking you to see both sides. We're different, right? We have different views. But show that person empathy in knowing that just because the way you view a situation or the way that you've been told is not necessarily the right way, and their way isn't necessarily the wrong way. It's just that we have different ways of coming to a conclusion on a situation. So be empathetic with the person. Okay. And the next card I got is change. And it says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So once you bring in empathy to whatever the situation is, I'm sorry, guys, I know this is itching, right? Without saying, oh, you're right, or oh, you're wrong. That alone, the empathy, breaks barriers between worlds, between individuals, right? The barriers are dropping. And because those barriers, that wall that we put up to protect us is dropping, it's allowing change to happen. And it's going to be slow. It wasn't a fast moving wall. So tread lightly on the situation. Sometimes it's okay to say, I surrender without fully surrendering, but knowing that, hey, we can agree to disagree on the situation and not get all caught up in our feelings, right? But what's interesting, I went to the tarot deck and I got the Eight of Swords because I asked, well, what else do you want her to know? I got the Eight of Swords, which talks about trapped. It's the key words are trapped, victim, helpless, or feeling restricted. And it says limitation, trapped by negative thoughts. You feel powerless to change your circumstances. And I feel like this should have been the first card that I pulled, because even though this may be how you are feeling in whatever the situation is, and that's the card, right? Empathy will allow that change and break that wall up so you or whoever, if it's not you, don't feel limited, doesn't feel trapped anymore, and you can move beyond the situation. All right. And I'm just going to pull one higher self card for you, Polly, just to see what your higher self wants you to know. Because I feel like the deck is just sitting there staring at me. Okay, what do you want Polly to know, Spirit? This is the message for Polly. And you see your higher self, is telling you there's confusion. It's all in your head. Thoughts. And which one of those, is it swords or wands is about thoughts, Scott?
Swords.
And we got the Eight of Swords. So Spirit is telling you, and I'm going to just jump to the book real quick. Sorry, Scott. Confusion is a word we have invented for an order which is not understood. Confusion is a word we humans have invented for an order which is not understood. So whatever the situation is that's creating this, as well as this limitation, Polly, Spirit is asking you to bring in empathy. And bringing in empathy, those walls will drop, that line will drop. and change. You start to see change. Okay. And that's what I have for you, Polly. Hope it helps. And I hope it makes sense. And that's it, Scott.
All right. Thank you so much, Polly, for being here. And I want to thank everybody for being here. That is the last question. So thank you so much for sticking in there with us. If you didn't get your question answered, like I've said up here, just make sure you come to the 7 o'clock show and we'll be sure to get you then. I will be with Viviani, so that's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. I'll be back with Viviani. Akela, what do you have coming up?
Actually, I will be on Thursday the 18th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be on with Linda de Gonzalez.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna see where Spirit leads me for my Saturday show, but for now I do plan to have it. But I am, as I told you, Scott, I am for, we tell you all the time to listen to your intuition and the guidance that we receive. So I did that this morning, and unfortunately I didn't have a show, but if I'm guided to have a show on Saturday, I will. But for now, I'll be on the 18th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right. Awesome. So thank you again, moderators. Thank you, everyone on both channels. And hopefully see you again later this evening. If not, have a wonderful day. And we will see you soon. Yeah. Bye, everybody.